Hello and welcome to Catfish Trash Talk. This is episode 6. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host Noelle Winters Herzog.
Regular person.
We're here to talk about season 8, episode 38 of Catfish, the TV show on MTV.
What?
First and foremost, I would like to welcome all of our new listeners and thank you to everyone who's always been our listener that followed us over from Teen Mom Trash Talk and 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk.
We love you.
We absolutely love you, but we need to tell you a little bit of a secret.
Okay, what's the secret?
There are over 200 bonus episodes on Patreon at patreon.com/trash talk podcast. And you can get access to all of these by joining our Patreon. We have a great podcast called BS, where me and Noelle, we
BS.
Yeah, we do. We also have 16 and Pregnant Trash Talk available there. We have Unexpected Trash Talk and 90 Day Fiancé Self-Quarantine Trash Talk. We're going to be covering so many things. So definitely check out patreon.com/trash talk podcast for all of your podcasting needs if you need a fix.
Wherever podcasts are sold.
Well, actually, that's just on Patreon. That's not wherever podcasts are sold.
Oh,
but if
yeah,
you do
true
want to
that.
listen to our other podcasts, Teen Mom Trash Talk and 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk, those are available everywhere you listen to podcasts. Now, the other thing I want to tell you is I need to thank every single person who's been leaving us a great 5-star rating and an amazing review on iTunes, or as they call it now, Apple Podcasts.
Oh, yeah, things have changed.
I really want you guys to continue that because it really helps us with popularity.
Hell yeah.
It absolutely does. We got a great review this week.
Ooh.
Okay. It's a 5-star review. It's by Jess Quire.
Okay.
Catfish, more like Cat Fresh. How did these two ladies do it again? They took a show I stopped watching long ago and turned it into a show I now look forward to watching. Tracey and Noelle made Catfish fresh again. Like with their other podcasts, they recap the episodes hysterically, and I laugh out loud as I listen along. If you don't give this podcast a 5-star review, I'm demanding a recount and alleging reviewer fraud.
Ooh, that was so nice.
That was great, and that was truthful.
That was great. It was truthful. It was love.
So leave us a great review like that, and you know, you will be rewarded in heaven. If you believe in that sort of thing.
Okay.
We're going to jump into this episode. Neve is now released from Ariel's dungeon.
Finally, I didn't want to look at that dungeon anymore.
I know. Well, he's home, and Cammie has on the cutest tie-dye sweatsuit.
I love it.
And
this is all I wore all winter.
Same.
Yeah.
And now we meet Michael from Texas, who lives in Vegas.
He's so cute.
He's adorable. In 2017, he was contacted by Dustin from a random number and saying, "Hey, remember me? We used to talk previously."
And it's like,
but Michael didn't remember.
Right. But he still went with it.
This is definitely what happens when you see a good looking person.
Yes,
you're just like,
absolutely.
Oh, sure, maybe I remember. But the problem is that he's been stood up by Dustin 5 times.
But where do you draw the line?
Well, this is where he draws the line because he has called Neve and Cammie to help him discover and uncover the secret.
Ooh, all right. Discover and uncover.
Yes. So Dustin says that he doesn't have any social media.
I see a common pattern here with these catfish.
I'm just going to throw it out there. That might be a red flag.
Yeah, right. Their camera's broken. They don't have social media.
They don't have time. They're
They
traveling.
don't have time. Someone's sick. Someone had a car accident.
Everyone's sick. Everyone's dead. Everyone had a car accident.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Michael is a special events manager. He lives in Vegas. He's very cute.
Oh, he's the cutest. His little room is so cute. Everything.
So cute. I love his energy. So now Dustin sends Michael a picture to spark his memory. And he's like, I don't know you at all, but you're very cute. So here we are.
So we'll still talk. Right.
Dustin is an attorney in LA.
Okay.
And they bond over being cheated on in their previous relationships.
Right. Because Dustin was cheated on in his own home, actually.
That's what he says. So Michael was in LA. And Dustin was like, you know, my roommate's not here. I would love to have you come over.
Right, but that's like a 3-hour drive.
No, he was in LA.
Oh, okay. I thought Dustin, because Dustin lives in LA. The other
No,
lives in Vegas. Okay.
Michael was in
Right.
town.
So why
and-
don't you come over?
Sure. So Dustin gives him an address with no apartment number and then ghosts him.
Okay, but I feel like I would have asked. Is there an
Okay, I feel
apartment
like I would
number?
have Googled the address.
Yeah,
And
me too. hmm
also, if you're a lawyer in LA,
Do you need a roommate?
well, not only okay, that's actually a really good maybe
Yeah.
though. LA is very
Maybe. Right.
If you're a lawyer in LA, you can be Googled.
Absolutely. I would be Googling. hmm
Can be Googled though, because there has to be records of
Even
you.
if you're not a lawyer in LA, I have news for you. You could be Googled.
Even if you're a person, you can be Googled.
Yes.
So he said that what happened was
hmm
he texted him the address and then immediately got in the shower and dropped his phone and couldn't respond. And then was like, but I thought you were coming over. Men do this
Mhm.
constantly.
Oh, you're not kidding.
They're like, oh, I thought we were going to hang out tonight.
And it's
And
like,
they make
well,
it your-
you
they make it your-
ghosted me?
They make
Yep.
it your fault and they confuse you. And then you end up apologizing.
Okay, that is a story of all of my previous relationships.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Mhm.
So he would text him
Right.
and from like all different numbers. So Michael would text him back on the original number and he would also answer those. So he was texting from different numbers.
So you figured it was probably like a work phone, but I don't
Right.
think lawyers have like a work cell phone. Maybe they do. I
Maybe they
don't
do.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
So now, but there's multiple. It's not just two numbers.
Right. It's like 12 numbers.
Sure.
Mhm.
And they have only texted. They've never video chatted. They've never spoken on the phone.
Weird.
And if Michael asks Dustin to video chat, he ignores him and keeps on moving.
Okay, but I have had so many of these conversations, even with friends. It's like,
Yes.
you just ask a question, they don't want to answer it. They just talk about something else.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They move on.
Yes.
I wish that I had the skill.
To just move on.
Yeah, to move on in a conversation. I
I do.
I feel like I have to answer everyone's questions all the time.
Oh, no. When it comes to answering questions, I always answer questions. But
Mhm.
if somebody won't answer me, though, I could usually just let it go. I feel like
I cannot.
wouldn't. No.
I cannot. I need you to I will not respond to you anymore unless you answer the
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
Okay. So he also mentioned that he was going to Hawaii.
Right. So it's like, okay.
All right. So now what Michael does is he takes one of the pictures, he reverse Google images and finds an Instagram account that this is connected to. And it is a man named Dustin who is the father of 3 famous cats.
But they all have Instagram, the cats.
Each cat has their own Instagram page. And there is also there's a dad for these cats. These cats have another dad.
Right.
Because
Dun, dun,
Dustin
dun.
is married and he just got married this year.
That gives me such a sick feeling in my belly.
So did he go to Hawaii on his honeymoon? That's what Neve and Cammie want to know.
And that makes sense.
He has not confronted him. Michael did not confront him. So now Neve and Cammie are now going to do their magic.
Which is, what they're best at.
So they run the phone number, no match.
Mm-hmm.
Cammie decides that she and Biggie Smalls are going to go take a drive over to this address because it's not far from her house.
Right. Which is, it's pretty good.
I like this. I like that because it's spicing up Catfish.
Right. We need a little outside.
A little outside action.
Yeah.
So she goes over. It's a warehouse for lease in downtown LA.
Creepy is what that is.
Then they find from this Instagram account, they find the real last name of Dustin, who has this Instagram account.
Right.
They find him on Facebook and they message this Dustin on Facebook.
Dun, dun, dun.
And he responds, I'm happily married, but I can video chat in 20 minutes. And Neve responds, I'm happily married too. It's almost like they're having a pissing contest.
Right. But why would he just respond with, I'm happily married? I don't understand. It makes it seem weird.
I know. Neve was like, me too.
No, I get that. But why did he even say that to begin with?
You mean Dustin?
Yeah.
Because this is a scripted show and that makes it a little bit suspicious.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay.
All right. So now they bring Michael back in the Zoom and Dustin comes in. Now we know it's not going to be him because he brings him in right away, and they're not going to blow their load halfway through the show.
I love when you say that. That always makes me laugh.
It's true. So Dustin comes in, ding dong. Also, this ding dong noise. This is not what Zoom does. This is a Catfish exclusive.
Do you know, I always thought that's what Zoom did?
No, this is Catfish.
Oh, see, I didn't know.
Ding dong.
So I always thought, well, that's what it did.
No. So he's like, listen, it's not me. Someone's been using my pictures. So now they text the Dustin that he's been talking to. They text the newest number.
The newest Dustin.
Yes. So now this person wants to meet this person in a public place in person.
Okay, that's terrifying.
I was very creeped out by this.
Because it's like, I want to meet him in a public place. And it's like,
because I'm going to blow his brains out.
Or do you think he's going to kill you because he's going to be very mad at you? So all like, which is it?
We don't know.
Right.
This is getting really, really tense.
It's intense. Yeah.
Michael needs to talk to Neve and Cammy ASAP, and he pops in and his eyes are wide.
He's like, you will never guess what happened. Yeah, he's got something to tell.
So a random number texts him and says, please don't meet Dustin. It's not going to be good.
But then it's like, okay, but what does that mean?
I don't know, but he was trying to get it. He was being intimidated. So Neve texts the number that Michael's been talking to, the first number.
Right.
And he also misspells ready.
I saw. He just put red.
Yes. And I'm like, you guys couldn't have edited that out?
Isn't that so weird? I'm like, is this real? Yeah.
Right, well, we caught you, Neve.
We
You're
got
not
you.
so perfect after
I was going to say, he's just a regular person like us.
Happily married.
My son's potty trained.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. He's like, I don't even know. We didn't even have to potty train him. Also, he got a job. Bo got a job.
He's learning with his fountain pen.
Yeah.
He's learning some calligraphy, like Curly Alley.
That was a little throwback right there. That's called oh
like when worlds collide. You just went blank.
I just went totally blank.
I watched you glitch
callback.
the Matrix.
I know. That's called a callback. Sorry about that. Okay, so the other number said, don't do it.
It's going to be ugly.
Okay, so the original number said, okay, I'm coming.
Okay, but now I'm like, really, what's happening? Is this the married guy? Is this the married guy? And that's why it's going to be bad. His husband's going to like flip out.
Well,
like, what is this?
It's someone he knows. It's his ex-boyfriend.
Bradley.
Bradley said that him and Michael were dating the entire time he was talking to Dustin.
And this is where I get irritated.
And now I don't like Michael anymore.
Me too. Okay. This is like, oh, you're charming energy. This was shitty person energy.
Queen Cammy, King Neve. I'm a dick.
Yep. Now I know like what kind of energy I was getting off of you. Yep. You suck.
I thought it was great. And it actually was the worst.
Yeah. But this explains it. This is how I choose my mates.
Yes. So he's like, oh, yes, we did happen to move in together after doing a lot of sex, but that was more as roommates.
And he's like, no, but we were moving in together because we were together. And he's like, we weren't exclusive.
He's like, we never had that talk. Okay. Well, also, this is what I want to tell you. Bradley is a classically trained actor.
Right. Okay.
Like, why does he talk like that? He's like, aha, it's me.
So I'm watching him talk and I'm like, I don't know if this is real just because of the way he's acting.
Okay. He's a very bad actor. This is typical LA bullshit.
Yes.
So also, Bradley is filtered. His face is filtered.
His face is filtered like mine is right now.
Yes, but Noelle, his face is filtered all the way.
Yeah, I know. It's just like one big smudge.
I kept trying to like blink to like clear my eyes.
No, it wasn't your eyes that were unfocused. I promise.
He's probably like, fine, I'll do the show, but you have to blur out all my wrinkles.
That would be what I would do.
Me too. I'd be like, can you correct my dark under eye circles in post? Thanks.
Because the doctors can't.
Yes, because I've really tried. So he said that not only did they move in together, not only were they dating, he picked out a ring and they were in love.
Right. And then he's like, but it was like, it wasn't serious.
No, it wasn't serious. Well, we find out that they met July 2016 on Grindr. And Michael moved to LA to be with Bradley. And he said he never intended on staying in LA. He was going to split his time between LA and Vegas, basically having like a crash pad in LA.
Right. But Michael, I think that if you move somewhere for someone, that means you're exclusive.
Michael says no. Basically, he was just going to have an extra room in LA.
It's unbelievable. The way he like says things now makes me so angry.
Well, he also would go meet Dustin 5 times, went to go meet Dustin. And Bradley would be like, where are you going?
He'd be like, going to see my lawyer.
Okay, but he didn't lie.
Right, I know, but it's just so funny because it's like, I'm going to see my lawyer. I'm going to go have drinks with a friend. And it's like, oh, I guess that's not a lie.
He's not lying.
But like
I like that.
Yeah.
I hate it and I like it. So Michael's like, I never cheated on you and then it's like, because we weren't exclusive or because you didn't sleep with anyone else?
Because you didn't sleep with anybody else.
But because we weren't exclusive and I was sleeping with someone. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So now we find out that we find out that Bradley and Michael hooked up a few weeks ago.
Right. So this is still a thing.
Right.
Bradley's a scorned lover.
Yes. Cammie says, are you going to call Maury or should I?
I love her.
So now they talk to Bradley privately. And basically, Michael was like kind of gaslighting him.
Yes.
And that's what's happening. So now
he was just like, basically he was acting off as all men do. And he's like, well, I could tell he's screwing around. So like, let's catch him doing it.
To catch a predator.
Wow.
Bradley says that he wants to separate from Michael fully and never talk to him again.
But this made me like, this was very brutal at the end. They were like, we'll make sure to never talk to each other ever again. Like, you're dead to me.
Bradley explains that he slept with Michael because he was familiar to him and he needs to sleep with someone that he's comfortable with. And Cammie's response to that is, the dick you know is better than the dick you don't know. Hilarious, Cammie.
Okay, but why is that so real?
It really is.
Because it's so upsetting.
You know what it's going to be like.
You know who the person is. You're not scared. It's nothing new. You're not self-conscious. Yeah.
So they talk to Michael separately and Michael is still going with like, we were never exclusive ever. I don't know what he's talking about. He's like, bitch, you asked for a ring in a truck. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. That's the thing. He's asking for a ring and
he's truck. I asked for a cock ring.
But you're not exclusive?
I asked for a jelly ring. It was a jelly ring I was asking for.
Yum.
It was a raspberry jelly ring. I don't know what you're talking about. So now Michael wants to end it. Bradley wants to end it.
Right.
Bradley's like, well, I wish you well, but I really don't. And then Michael's like, I don't wish you anything. I wish you would die. I wish you would get stabbed in the face. So goodbye forever. And it's like, guys.
It's like, well, I know, but it escalated so quickly. You go from a scorned lover to you're dead to me.
I know. And then they say that they'll never speak again. And then in the update, they never speak again. And then Bradley has a great new boyfriend. Listen, Bradley, I would say the same thing. So good for you.
Even if Bradley does have a new boyfriend, he doesn't love this new boyfriend. This new boyfriend is not it.
Bradley met a guy at a bar 3 nights ago.
Right.
And is like, he's better than you.
But that's how it always goes. I've done this. We've all played this game.
We've all done this.
We've all been the Bradley.
I'm glad you cheated on me because it really pushed me in a good direction.
It was a learning experience. I've met someone new.
And now
and I hate you.
Someone is embracing me with their full heart. Thank you for showing me what I did not want. And that's what's going on. So guys, if you want to hear more of us, join patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating, an amazing review. And guess what? We have more news.
What's the news?
We now have a Facebook group for Catfish Trash Talk on Facebook. So go over there, look up in groups and look for Catfish Trash Talk and join us to discuss the podcast and the show.
Do it. We love you.
And we have stickers for sale, $4. It's our logo. You could Venmo me at Tracey-Carnazzo, but that's all available in my social media. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and Stereo. And Noelle is at Noe Girl.
Noe Girly. No, Noe Girl.
Noe Girl. Bye.
Bye.